Wow. Larry, Fort Worth Memories Museum and Groups, and YouTube at Fort Worth Memories. We just finished. I'm going to tell you, it's hot. So I'll tell everybody good afternoon. And I'm going to share it to the internet. And I'm going to share it to memories, videos, and messages. Okay, here we go. Whew. If you don't have to get out, don't get out. I can tell you that. Okay. We're going to get out of here probably a little early today. We started at 5 something or 5:45 or 5:30 this morning. So let's do our sponsors. I guess I'm on all the groups. Boom Bond is Mark Perez's company, and he spells his name Perazz, or maybe it's EZZ. I've seen it both ways. He is a remodeling. They're remodelers, both commercial and residential. So if you got something that you think a handyman can fix, Mark Perez can fix it also. Small jobs, big jobs, whatever, he can do it. Holland is in. Dana Lang is in the real estate business, and one of her companies is Dana Sells Cowtown. Rex's Bar and Grill, that's where we had our birthday party a couple of Saturdays ago. They did a great job taking care of us. They're in the old Macaroni Grill building on University next to Old South Pancake House, which is also Rex's company. There's Monty. Railhead Barbecue, Charlie Guerin, he's on the board of directors at Larry's Kids. He is also our state rep. In fact, they're in a special session down there, I think, in Austin. I stopped the other day and got some barbecue to go, and the guy told me that the governor called them for 30 extra days, I guess. Termite King Pest Control. They've got all kinds of plans to work out. Come by your place monthly, bi-monthly, bi-weekly, whatever. You just need to call Brad, and their number's running up and down the page. Fort Worth Florist is our florist sponsor. Jeanette and her team have sent flowers all over the world for us already. Varghese Somerset is our attorneys that are sponsors on our group. Tiffany Burks, I've interviewed her many times. Christy Jack. They've got about 25 or 30 real good lawyers. Rains Plumbing, that's a family-owned business, and they take pride in their customer satisfaction. Stroud Auto Supplies in the Haltom City, Riverside area. Cross Electric, Brandon Cross, that's commercial and residential. They were voted DFW's favorite. K Ranch Roofing, Jorge Hernandez has been with us many years. So if you think you might have roof damage, all you got to do is call K Ranch. They'll send somebody out, and they don't charge for that. Then they'll tell you, y'all have a discussion if you need to have roof work or if you don't. Fort Worth Lumber is down on I-35 South, a very large complex. I was just down there a couple of months ago. So building materials, plans, you just want to talk to somebody that knows what they're talking about, Fort Worth Lumber. Optimist Club of Fort Worth, they provide us a Christmas tree every year for the museum. And that's an international organization. They do a lot of great stuff for youth, both boys and girls. Eric Walsh, he is a realtor and a developer, and he's also on the board at Larry's Kids. Good guy. Winstead Paint and Body, Clay Winstead, they're on White Settlement Road, 1 block west of Roberts Cutoff. Tri-State Dent, Jason and his team over there, they do small hail damage, they do all hail damage, they do minor dents, door dings, all of that, and they come to you and they'll work with you on your deductible also. Stinger's Bar and Grill is owned by the same folks that own Blue Mound Cafes. All the Blue Mound Cafes are sponsors. There's 5 of them. And Stinger's is in Azle. It's right off 199. It's in the old Mark Dean barbecue building, if you're familiar with that. Old South Pancake House. The one on University is open 24/7. The one in Burleson closes at 9 or 10 at night. Coburn's Catering, Steve Coburn. I think Steve is the 3rd generation. They started in 1946, and they're still in the same spot over there on North Main. A Bird AC and Heating, that's Dub Peacock's company. So if you don't think, like the air conditioning unit here is not doing what it should be, but it's because it's too small. So if your unit is not putting out, or you think it's making noises that it didn't make, $95 they send somebody out and they will let you know what you need to do. That's pretty good preventative maintenance for $95. State Farm Insurance, Jenny Stewart. Swartz and Hanson, they are our architect sponsors. Very, very active in the back giveaway. They've been with me many, many years. Most all of our sponsors have been with us for years and years. Pat and Richard Carr, Dickey Carr, Sand and Gravel. If you're in the construction business and you need sand, I just happen to know the fellow that's got tonnage of it, Richard Carr. Richard's nephew is Dickey Carr. He has a company called Grateful for Your Trees. I'm getting a message. No, we need a mechanic. Fort Worth. Grateful for Your Trees. They do everything to do with trees. Cut them down, trim them, grind the tree stumps down. They build retaining walls, privacy fences, bobcat work. These guys do it all. All you got to do is call them. Felt's Family Auto Care is in the Burleson area. Very good reputation. They do a great job. Our Medicare and Medicaid sponsors are American Senior Benefits of North Texas. That's Andrew Wallace and Chasen, Chasen Smith. Hey, Brittany. How many cameras are working? I have no clue. I think we're down to 2. We might be down to, let me see if that other one up there is still working. I told Scott he needs to come over here. No, so we got 1, 2. That one's dead. 3. The girls are gone. We're finished. I'm going to stay about 30 minutes, then I'm leaving. We're going to start again at 5:30 in the morning. It's too hot to be washing and detailing cars. It's hot out there. Angelica, who does bobcat work? Grateful for Your Trees. Do you need somebody, Angelica? If you do, I'll be happy to send you their card. Melody is in. I'll send you their card, Angelica. How am I going to get their card? It's right here. You can go, well, I'll just send it to you. How about that? Tino used them. Tino Serta used them. They did a great job. They cut down trees or something. Well, I'll send it to you in just a second. I can't get the internet thing. Here we go. No, something's not working on the internet. I'll send it to you in just a few minutes. Maybe I don't. I had the phone outside, so maybe it's not connected. Now it's connecting. Why doesn't it just automatically connect? I don't know why I always have all these problems with the internet. And it's not just here, it's at my home, the San Antonio location, you know, everywhere where I've got a place, most of it works good. The Nevada stuff works good. The Texas stuff is terrible. Spectrum is horrible. AT&T ain't much better. Maybe it's connected now. And it takes so long to get it to connect. I mean, I don't understand why isn't it automatic? The TV works automatic. It's on the internet, isn't it? Maybe they just don't like me. Hold on, I got it copied. Now I just gotta find where you are. Naturally, it's not going to be. Okay, here we go. Okay, this should go to, I mean, can I see if that worked? Yep, that's a rotation. Grateful for your trees. But you know what? It might not be slow enough to get the phone number. So I'll do it. I should have done it that way to start with. Let me just get his business card. Okay, now we're in business. Hey. No, everything's locked over there. We're done. They're already gone. Did y'all just get finished? Over at the Chevy store? Alright, see you in the morning, 5:30. The other girls are finished too, that's good. Okay, where's Angelica? I'm gonna I think I messaged you on Messenger. Let me see. There's Angelica. And as soon as the card pops up, there's the card. You got it, Messenger. Okay, now what? Yep, call them, they're good. Tell them, use my name or whatever. Thank you. You know, hey Daniel, hey Daniela. You know, yesterday I had some of the grandkids over and we watched that movie Highwayman, the Bonnie and Clyde deal with Kevin Costner. There's about 60% of that's false. I mean, I can't believe they tried to make that look realistic. At the very end it said, some guy came in and said, hey, there's a New York newspaper said they'll give you $1,000 for a phone interview. Frank Hamer, part of the deal for killing Bonnie and Clyde was that he got all the guns in the car. He made that up front with the governor, Mal Ferguson of Texas, who was a crook. But yeah, that, and Henry Medved's father was not out with the truck. He was handcuffed to a tree. It's just a whole bunch of inconsistencies. I mean, not inconsistencies, just a whole bunch of stuff that wasn't true. Henry Medved's father, well, also in the movie, they portrayed Bonnie for shooting one of the motorcycle cops in Grapevine. I don't believe that. I think that was Henry Medved and Clyde. Clyde said, let's take them. Bonnie and Clyde used to, and when they had the Hamilton brothers, Raymond Hamilton, they would kidnap police. They killed a bunch. Now, I'm not saying they didn't, but when Clyde, I think, was talking about let's kidnap the two motorcycle riders, there was no sense in killing them. But Henry Medved did not know that terminology, and he was in the car. There's just a whole bunch of stuff that, there's so many myths about Bonnie and Clyde staying at the Stockyards Hotel. I don't believe that. I bet they stayed in less than 4 or 5 hotels, but they were mostly all motor courts where you backed your car in next to the little room you were in, except for the deal in Missouri. That was a garage apartment. That was the only elevated apartment or building. They didn't have the money. They were not successful crooks. They'd hit a gas station for $50. The reason they were idolized so much is back in the Depression era, all of those gangsters, anybody that took from the banks, the general public hated the banks. The banks foreclosed on their farms, and I mean, it was terrible. People lost everything. So they kind of put these robbers up on a pedestal, but I mean, they were vicious killers. There's no question. the shootout that they had in the garage apartment in St. Louis, or in Missouri, one of those witnesses, there was one guy that worked for the city there that said he saw Bonnie shooting an AR-15, or no, a BAR out of a window. Bonnie was so little, I don't think she could have shot a BAR. Maybe. She didn't weigh but about 80 or 90 pounds. So I'm not real sure that Bonnie ever, I definitely don't think she ever killed anybody. Now Clyde, he just, once the first murder, you know, they're going to kill you anyway, or you're going to be locked up the rest of your life. So all the ones after that to Clyde probably didn't count. They killed a lot of police officers that they didn't have to. Malcolm Davis, the Fort Worth policeman, or Fort Worth detective that went to the city to the east, they were raiding a house that Bonnie's sister was at, and they had heard Clyde was going to be there, and when he showed up shooting, and she warned him, not Bonnie, but her sister. She warned Clyde, and Clyde started shooting and killed Malcolm Davis. So, yeah, they killed a lot of police officers, but I wasn't that impressed with the movie, really. I think if Taylor Sheridan would have done it, it would have been done more correct. He seems to be on point with all of his little, whatever you call them, 1923, Yellowstone, all of that stuff. They're pretty on point on the history. But yeah, I just wasn't. But Woody Harrelson played him and Costner. Of course, they're older now anyway, and that was a pretty current movie. But they played the part. And definitely, Frank Hamer never talked to Clyde's daddy. I've researched the barrel thing for years. There's no documentation that Clyde's daddy that Hamer ever went to the gas station. He might have, I just maybe missed it. But anyway, they got the point across. The one thing that was accurate was when they were bringing the car back to Arcadia, those people were trying to cut their fingers off or whatever. I mean, they were souvenir hunters. That crowd, I heard, grew within about an hour when they got back to town to 2,000 or 3,000 people. So Ma Ferguson made a deal, and he was a highway police officer. They made a special. There was no person that had that job before him or after him. They had to make up he was no longer with the Texas Rangers. They had to make up a job for him, and really he was like a Texas Ranger. I mean, there was no boundaries. They killed Bonnie and Clyde in Louisiana. But anyway, I mean, it's no big deal. Okay, so we need hey Aaron, did you get that message I called you this morning when one of your fellow godly people was here? He said there's all kinds of jobs in Godly. He's a canner. He's doing something canning, I guess, fruit, or I don't know what he's doing. He's making $19 or $20 an hour. He wanted to know, he's had detail experience. I told him if he'd go to Irving, I'd use him over there. But he didn't know you. But he worked, and he's He's got the same problems that you have. I mean, but he said I shared a link, said there's 2,000 jobs in Godly. There's Janie. You're getting out of Godly. Well, I thought you couldn't work anywhere because it's too far. You ain't getting out anytime soon. Go to work. Hey Janie, how are you feeling? Dude, I've found too many jobs for you already. I'm out of the job market. It's hot. We just finished. Now I gotta figure out where I'm gonna stop and get something to eat. My wife's supposed to be home, I think, today, Monday. She went to work Saturday, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday. No, she'll be home tomorrow. I might stop at Railhead Barbecue and get something to go. It's hot out there. It was going to be like 103 or 4 on Wednesday, but they've changed that. It's only going to be like 100. Do what? I'm too hard on you. I'm not too hard on you. That guy just walked in. He wanted to go to work here, but I didn't need him. He told me he was from Godly. He didn't even know the people that had that Blue Mesa. He didn't know them. I thought everybody knew them. They're from Godly. Anyway, we're going to get out of here. Or everybody's gone but me. I'm tired. I'm going to leave shortly. We need a mechanic. We need a painter. It's hot in New Jersey. What's the temperature in New Jersey today, Brittany? I think it's 100 here now, or it's 90 something. It's hot. I'll tell you shortly. So it's 93. God, it feels hotter than that. 101, 99 tomorrow, 101 Wednesday, 101 Thursday. Then they're saying it's going to rain. That's a fat chance of that. Next week's a cool front. It's only going to be in the 90s. Don't have a clue where we're eating. Hadn't even thought about it. Hey.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. I want to see if I could get my headlights done.
Yeah.
So another time better?
Yeah, usually we do them 8 to noon. Can you come tomorrow?
Okay.
It's hot.
No,
we just put everything
yeah,
up.
I know that. That's fine. We'll be back in town. We live about 70 miles west of here.
Don't worry, we're going to do it now.
No.
No.